This is Brothers Talking Shit podcast, episode 181. If you don't know, after 180,
182. It's crazy.
damn.
What?
This is Brothers Talking
Crazy.
Podcast. This is Brothers Talking Shit podcast, episode 182. If you don't know,
83.
after 180, no, it's not 83.
182. Can we get the number right? It's 182.
It's 182.
It's 182.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I'm
Look
sure. Grandpa,
You don't know what it is.
I do. I'm looking right at it. This is Brothers Talking Podcast, episode 182. If you don't know, after 182 episodes, because I'm always on every single one of them, who I am the Flesh Man, also known as the Fat Boy. I will call you Broadish. I am your Huckleberry. I am Fleshy with the red cup. Peep the Blitz. And I'm the AC Green of this podcast thing. Holla at me.
And I'm Real, aka Iceberg Shorty. I'm Iceberg for real. Always been, always will be. And I'm always looking for the JB pack. Smoking on that JB pack. Where you at?
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Big J. Say what you said, because I'm going to pull up on you. And fuck that little cup, because you know I came back with the big cup again. Let's go.
Big Booski 69.
Stop doxing Jay. Like, golly.
Hey man, y'all got ball Drew today. That means I'm gonna be very transparent with everything that I say. Anyway, y'all already know who it is, man. It's your homie boy Drew, aka the Charm God, king of controversial and uncomfortable statements and unconversations, having uncomfortable conversations. Hey, y'all gotta throw 50K in the comments. Throw 50K in the chat. Why? Because we're having a 50,000 sub campaign here on the channel with Brothers Talking Shit. And hey, I'm ready to get it in, man.
And y'all know it's your guy, Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, b.k.a. the People's Podiatrist. New nickname alert, Dr. Cool Ma Johnson. And we are a collective of men known as the Prophetic Podcast, because we be knowing. And we just some brothers talking shh.
With your cool ass.
Hey, yo, y'all funny, and I'm ready, man. Let's go.
Yo, before we get started, man, I just want to give a shout out to some very special little ones in our life. My daughter Maddie just graduated from high school. Niece Maddie just graduated from high school. Nephew David just graduated from high school. My little cousin Kia just graduated from high school. And we down a few members today, but most importantly, our brother Dre isn't here today because he's celebrating his daughter Emery's 9th birthday. Happy birthday, Emery,
Happy
from
birthday.
your Brothers Talking Uncles. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Enjoy your day. I heard it's lit. I know the weather's good. Y'all out there turning up. Happy birthday, Em.
Indeed. Now, Emery, back away from the whatever device you're looking at.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
time
give
for
it a
us
pause.
to get to what we get to.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start off. Week started. I know we're a couple of these behind y'all, but we're gonna give y'all the real.
It
so
is what it is.
you know,
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now this has been a thing from the last year in college. It's always done back and forth. You can't see one's name.
2 years in college.
2 years.
Oh yeah,
in
2 years.
college. Yeah.
I'm mistaken. 2 years in college. You can't say one name without the other. Well, you can say one name by itself, but one name you don't hear without the other's name, which is a very interesting take. Caitlin in the first game of the season, prime time, most views I think by a WNBA game. I think that was something that was said.
Yep.
Was a hard foul on Caitlin, hard foul Angel after Angel fouled Aaliyah Boston. A big deal made out of that. First, I just want to ask, do you think the foul was a big deal? I don't think the foul was a big deal. I just, it's part of the game. It's basketball.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just because I.
No, let's go, Juice. No, it's been a few weeks.
This
Let's
has
get
been
to it. Yeah.
This has been a topic of topics. It was a regular foul. Okay, let's say it was a regular foul. It was a foul that you would typically see in basketball. I don't think this was a big deal. And I know like Kumar over there, he didn't watch a whole bunch of AAU games, so you didn't see bad calls. I've been watching, we in tournament season now. I've been watching bad calls. I feel like I'm closer to basketball than ever. And I want to say it was a regular schmegular foul. It wasn't a big deal. It got turned into a bunch of nonsense, mumbo jumbo, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to land here when I say this. Angel Reese is as good as a sophomore on a junior varsity basketball team in high school. I just don't think she's that great. I think she's making, I think anybody supporting her is just babying and coddling her. She needs to step her game up.
Oh, this is prime time juice because I just want to know, was it a hard foul?
Yeah.
Was it a hard foul? Anybody else?
Of the Baltimore delegation with several Baltimoreans a part of this podcast. We do not subscribe, agree, or like what our brother Juice just said about our sister Angel Reese. I gotta be able to walk around these streets in a conducive manner and make sure my life is good. No, Angel Reese is the greatest.
I drive past a thing called Angel Reese Court and everything every now and then. Yeah, no, but it was a regular foul though. I mean, that's and I think they. I ain't gonna go too far because we're gonna be efficient in this approach too. I think, but like, I think they getting it wrong the way they like pit things and market things. This could be, bigger. Caitlin Clark is by far the better player. Let's just I don't think that's a debate or a hot topic. Angel Reese could absolutely work on her game, and I think she has. Not that she hasn't. I would like to see the work balance out with the persona because she is marketable as well. I think maybe more marketable than Caitlin. But like to me, this could have been like the like almost like a Bird versus Magic, dichotomy to it, right? Versus this like hate or against situation. So I wanted to just at least kind of put that out there.
Yeah, the problem with that, Cool, is that Bird and Magic were great players, right? And they were a part of two historic franchises in the NBA prior to them even being in the league. So that was already part of that as well. But this was good for TV, right? We're talking about opening game of the WNBA season, and you had this level of conversation that's carried on for 8 or 9 days now. So I think that it was really good for the league. I don't think there'll ever be a skill comparison between the two, but they're forever connected because of those 2 years in college, because of the national championship. And there's a reason that you put that game specifically on TV when you pencil in the schedule. And you got to say, let's have a bigger play because everybody wants to see Caitlin versus Angel. So you got to give them what they came to see. So I think that if Caitlin Clark was smart, she did that on purpose. I pray she did it on purpose. Because the more eyes you get on the league, the better it is for the league. And when the collective bargaining agreement come around for them, I think that they'll start to earn a lot more money than they're currently earning. So it was good for TV for me. Like I loved it, right? And it was a regular foul, right? Like it wasn't the most egregious thing I ever seen in my life, but I love the conversation that we're having about it still, and the ones that happened to police.
Yeah, I agree. Regular foul. But as you say, it was must-see TV. If you want those jersey sales up, if you want your numbers to get up, hey, you know what? If they want to foul, I'm going to give you something to foul about. And then, I'm going to show you what my game does and put it on the court, and I'm going to shoot your lights out, right? Again, we do not agree with what you said because I got to fly back home from time to time. So I'm not subscribing to what he said down there. I love him to death. But, Angel has stepped her game up each year, right? So she is when she's going up, she needs to take that next step to the next level of maybe, spreading her game a little deeper.
If she had a midi, she'd be gangster.
Exactly. So working at midi, and then if she can come out eventually, then her game will be a full package. Once she learns this midi or whatever she has next to the next level will tremendously help her career.
I think too. Now we look at they play another, I think 3 or 4 times this season. So that game is going to be a game. Now you're gonna have more eyes on it because of what happened in the first game. Also, let's put some respect on her rebounding. The woman, I mean, we've seen some. She's a hell of a rebounder. I mean, it don't, it ain't the prettiest stat in the world, but it's more like a Bird versus Ben Wallace type of thing more than let's say a Magic. And I think it's kind of unfair, I think I've heard things being said about the fact that, like I just said a little bit earlier, that Caitlin Clark gets talked about by herself, but then when you speak of Angel Reese, a lot of times she gets spoken about with Caitlin Clark's name also. So I think that can be difficult for especially a young lady, a young person in general to deal with. Another thing, as far as the situation that I've seen is people saying that her reaction to being filed. And like basically that Angel Reese, and this goes into the RG3 thing, and we're gonna go to that in a second. But Angel Reese, she reacted the way she reacted, and when she got filed by other people, she didn't react that way. So there must be some hatred for Caitlin Clark by Angel Reese. I think sometimes you can have a bad day. You can get filed one way at one time on a day that you're having a good day, and you can be having a bad day and get filed that way, and your energy from that file can be different. My personal example, I went through something with somebody in my family that I'm very close with, and he caught me on a bad day. And if he'd have said what he said to me on any other day, it would have been okay. But the day that he said it to me wasn't my best day, and my reaction wasn't a normal me reaction, and I was on go. You get what I'm saying? So I think we got to give that a little bit of consideration too when people talk about the fact that it was she reacted the way she reacted because it was Caitlin Clark. You can be having a bad day, you can be not having a good game or whatever, and that might come out of you. And it don't matter if it's Caitlin Clark there or whoever.
I mean, it's also, I want to say this too. A couple things. First off, it's physical. We heated. It's emotions. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I didn't see you wear a turtleneck, Neve. So our niggas that wear turtlenecks, they might go off and smack the
Yo, hold on. Keep that going. Yo, I ain't wore a turtleneck in fucking 30 years. That day,
you lied. I got a picture with you in the turtleneck.
That's the day he talking about.
Oh,
hey, check this out. Hey, look.
Right?
So
it's funny, right?
Quick story. When I came up there, I think it was cold. I think you had a turtleneck on that day.
That was his party.
Hey, look, that nigga Neve had a drink in his hand, and I was like, "Yo, this nigga was smacking the shit out of somebody."
The only reason I had a turtleneck on is because my wife she probably bought the shit.
That's snitching.
Like
that's snitching.
I
know you talked about snitching last week.
Wow.
But that's snitching.
That's not snitching.
That's
I never
dry snitching.
Before.
My wife, baby. That's dry snitching.
And you know, I'm from Houston, so everybody with East Coast accents sound like they're from New York. So you know that Philly accent kind of resembles. Sometimes they talk, yeah, you know these motherfuckers. Like, okay,
yeah,
that nigga gonna hit somebody. But no, look.
Listen, of all places, not that place. I ain't hit nobody there.
Basketball is physical, and you have to play with a level of intensity and passion that it doesn't matter what's happening. Like you could just be in the flow of being competitive, and I think that Angel Reese's reaction was normal. So let's also do this. While I can be critical of her, I can also be compassionate and say she's not an angry black woman.
Right.
She's an athlete playing basketball.
Right.
A regular game.
She doesn't need to be coddled.
Right.
This doesn't need to be about race. This is about her being a great rebounder, and she's sexy. She young.
Right.
I don't want to go overboard. But anyways, she is an athlete playing basketball. I'm going to land here too. As much as we've been talking about this, y'all, this is the most I've talked about WNBA basketball since the Comets. I'm a Cynthia Cooper, Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoop fan. I'm from Houston, honorary Baltimore native. I feel like they should give me some love. You know, so I'm from Houston.
You said that comment earlier.
I had to back it up. I don't want the peoples on me. But no, this is the most that I've talked about WNBA basketball. And guess what? Guess what I'm doing alongside looking at the highlights showing my son for his game? I'm showing him Caitlin Clark clips. I'm showing him Angel Reese clips. I'm going to the park now when we go hoop. It's girls out there that go to college that's playing with us, and I'm pointing out, yo, look at her mid-range. Her mid-range, since you brought up that, look at her mid-range is dope. Look at her form. She's practicing. So now we're just talking about the skill of basketball, which is not gender specific. So that's a good thing. I know the misogynist me. Isn't that surprising that I would say that? But I just want to say that's a good thing about it. I'm going to land there.
That's a great point. What Angel Reese's reaction was normal too. I didn't don't get to blow up. On my son's team over the past year or so, we've had a couple fights, literal ones that have gotten the physicality and punches thrown. We've had parents on the court and fighting each other, so not fist there, but like a mom was involved in that to be pulled off, blocked punches. This is my own son's team, right? These are not in reaction to like regular, cutesy things. So you talking about competitors at the highest level of their skill, right? You're talking about Angel Reese, a champion that beat this lady, through that moment. So she got a fire in her too, even if the skill set is different at this stage of the game. So you expect it. We're inviting it, and it was regular. It damn sure wasn't no angry black woman. Way left field, RG3. My bad to even just transition, but that's crazy to jump in somebody's mind and be like, you could say Baltimore woman. You'd have had a better chance at a chick from Baltimore versus like angry black woman perspective, or she hates Caitlin Clark. Ain't got to be no hate. This regular stuff. They strangers they was fighting. Let them have some history. It's gonna be even worse when you talk about the competitive nature. So I thought RG was off base on that one, specific. But yeah, that's my thought.
On that same note, I don't know if y'all seen, but Aaliyah Boston came in that yellow dress in that damn stadium the other night too. Boy, that thing.
I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to go
shout out to Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, I had to go check the clips. That's funny.
You got something to say about the racism part, or
no? We gonna go there, right? Because I think cool.
No, hold on.
I
did one. What was my thought?
That was a great segue. Let's get
it. Was.
Go
ahead.
Kumar, great.
I forgot what I was. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. When Cool, I was focused on what Cool was saying, and it might come back to me. Cool.
Hey, can I throw this? And I don't want to just be jumping in. First off, when I get with y'all on my show, I feel like I'm like Kobe, but when I come talk with y'all, I'm like the lesser of all of that, because y'all are amazing the podcast where y'all bring up great points. I be nervous sometimes when I want to get my shit off. But let me say this about RG3. I'm not sure if that's where he was going, but I think Ryan Clark kind of swooped in.
All right.
and I want to take your point, Rick.
No.
I think Ryan Clark kind of swoops in and makes it that. And this is why I feel like for the one time I'm gonna say men should just stay out of that commentary, because I think that RG3, I think you're trying to spice it up in a way it may have not needed to be spiced up. And then Ryan Clark, I think you took it somewhere it just didn't need to go. I don't think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I found my thought. If it was men, we want our men athletes to react that way.
Exactly.
When we clown the Rudy Goberts and those guys who let things happen to them, and they're kind of passive about it. So it seems kind of sexist when we get upset or make it different with women. Angel Reese having that fire, that energy. We say Draymond Green is the leader of his team because of how he gets, even though he's a little overboard. So I think it's just a thing with that real quick. Like
that's a hell of a point to remember. Great point.
I felt like it was something I had to go to. Now, as far as RG3 and Ryan Clark, I do agree with you, Juice. Some things is women stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like who he was doing too much deep diving. Like you try to think for her and figure out, I think she was doing this, or she must hate her, and all this whole different kind of stuff. And though I don't agree with the Ryan Clark, I think Ryan Clark was legit in what he said. But I'm a strong believer in we don't speak about when it comes to wives and it comes to children. RG3 does have that to back him up. And it's kind of crazy too a little bit, because he puts his wife in the space too. So it's like you put your wife in a space that, all right, if you're doing whatever you're doing and she's not there, and then you and Ryan Clark have whatever y'all have, cool. But when you got your wife in the back and she's reacting to it and all that, it's kind of like a weird space, because it'd be like, yo, you shouldn't go at his wife, but he putting his wife as props. right there in the situation, and she's giving off energy too, where she's not saying nothing, but she's responding to what he's saying, like she agrees with it. So to me, it feels kind of like a weird thing because I really feel like what Ryan Clark said was legit, and I support what he says to a certain extent, but that leaving your family out of it thing kind of, to me, is there.
Just a little pushback. And I
got lots of pushback. Fuck that.
I don't push back on
let you get a little bit. I got lots.
That's fine.
Remember that nigga, that turtleneck. I'm not trying to get flat.
It was a cream turtleneck too, brother.
Dog.
Make sure you
remember the eggshell. It like
I don't wear turtlenecks.
Like eggshell.
Listen, as soon as you said it, I knew what you was talking about. I don't wear turtlenecks,
bro. That's
like one time.
You like Steve Jobs at the party.
Hey, he said it was cream.
This nigga joined the mafia. But anyway,
that's like when Jay-Z was like, "No, it's Mob."
Yo, this
is in the morning, y'all.
Cream turtleneck. This is the name of this episode.
But here's my question to you.
Okay,
what do you agree with Ryan Clark on? Like, what specifically for the people do you agree that he was correct on?
Okay. First of all, I don't have the back, like I don't watch that much RG3 stuff. So when I found out a lot of the things that he does, let's keep in mind that Ryan Clark has a history with RG3 that goes with the Washington football team, with the Redskins back then, with ESPN. So they're very familiar with each other. Mm-hmm. Ryan Clark even said he's spoken to us, like been around his wife. I don't watch anything that RG3 does as far as social media or whatever platforms he's on, whatever stuff he does, I'm not familiar with. But I trust Ryan Clark's, and since Ryan Clark has said what he said, a lot of other things have come up in conversations that I've heard, not by me knowing, that supports what Ryan Clark says. So that's what I'm saying. I agree with, I think, all of it that he said, but I just think it's a little shaky when we all say the wife and kids is off limits. Am I wrong in that?
No, it's not. No, fuck no.
The wife and kids ain't off limits.
Yo, let me tell you something, dog. If you call and curse me out, and your kids in the background cursing me out or saying, "Yeah, Daddy,"
hold on, can I say something real quick? I'm not like, I believe you. I'm not standing on this shit like this. This not the hill I'm going to die on. That's all I'm saying. All right, cool.
Why you defending yourself? I love you in real life.
This ain't the hill I'm dying on. That's all I'm saying. All right, go ahead. I'm chilling. I'm cool, calm, flush man. Go.
I'm not. Fuck out of here. If you involve yourself in the agreeance of it, she didn't have to be in the video. You did that for clicks, right? Everybody know that RG3's wife is European. This is what it is, right? And I think this is his second wife is European. If I'm yeah.
Yes, it is.
And he's a fucking clown. And he from Jay. What's the other side of Killeen? Coppers Cove.
Hey, look,
that's exactly where he's from.
Yes, he's from a different part of Texas. I'm
right.
No, yeah. His dad was military, so that's why. His dad was Army. Nobody's from there. But yeah, like you involved her, and I think that saying, why you say my wife was low hanging fruit. I think that was low hanging fruit, and you tried to get everybody against what Ryan Clark said. So no, I don't fucking agree. I don't agree with it. It was corny for you to say what you said, and then you doubled down on your corny when you said, my wife and kids, you got there with that fake ass fucking apology, like you trying to be a politician. And then you got fucking Ryan Clark on a goddamn apology to himself where he apologized to his wife. He said what he fucking said, and he felt the way he fucking felt. No, I don't think goddamn Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. I never did. They was just teammates last fucking summer, and they beat the fucking Olympic team. Y'all remember that happened? And they was talking about how they wanted to play together. I guarantee there'll be a point in time where they do play together, and they'll be fucking amazing because that's what they're going to do. All-star games, all that shit, they're going to be together. It's just good TV. So you jumping in there saying she hated each other was bad TV. You putting your wife in there to agree with it was bad TV. You getting up there saying, oh, you involved my wife and kids. This is some unspoken rule was bad TV. And Shady said it was the best. Both of you motherfuckers is corny.
Yo, Shady had me dying.
Both of y'all is too cornballs.
They both cornballs.
Fuck out of here. One cornball is corny.
Two niggas that can't dress or anything like that.
Hey, but ain't nobody trying to say nothing to Marcellus Wiley, old Compton native ass. How much you say?
Marcellus Wiley 2 tweets away from being daggone Jason Whitlock.
Hey, but listen. I think okay. So here's where I kind of rock with Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley on this. I know sometimes I be that guy. I just don't think this was a political racial issue that it needed to become. I think this is a thing between Ryan and RG3. Look, y'all, people out there in TV land, the cool niggas from Texas, I'm representative of that. RG3 is from Copper's Cove. It's a different type. I think RG3 is corny. I do think he's corny, but I would never underestimate him as a man. I think Ryan Clark did kind of step. When you start talking about people's wives and kids, no matter what it is, your mentality must go somewhere else at that point, because you're dealing with a subject matter that these men may lose their life over or give their life up for. So you just have to be careful. I think those guys got to keep whatever their discussion is. They have to be smart enough and wise enough and masculine enough to keep it on the floor. They got to keep the conversation at where it needs to be. I think they're both out of bounds for different reasons. I think RG3, you have to have enough mindfulness to know that when you're talking about our women, you're talking about our people, you don't need to have none of your white family involved. I'm just being honest. You don't need to have any white woman around when you're discussing a black woman. It's called mindfulness. It don't matter what you believe. Have mindfulness. Ryan Clark, you can't coddle our sisters. They got to understand that this is a merit-based game. And I did on the Charm Hour, I brought this up. And I'm going to land here. I brought this up about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Yo, when them guys was playing, y'all, do y'all know where we were in this country in terms of how far removed? Huh?
They made that racial too.
They did, but guess what? Their game elevated past the conversation, and that's what we want Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark to do.
We didn't have social media though to hype it up,
whatever it may be. Like when Neef said he feels Angel Reese needs to develop a mid-range. Dog, do you know how cold and insane that would be if she does that and just get to the back? And hey, go to the basket and make your layups. If she does that, it will be retarded. Like, we know what the people gonna say, but the people on the floor need to make it about the game. So I have a problem. If I had to take a term from Charlemagne, the God, I would say that both them niggas the donkey of the day. They got.
Yeah, that's. I mean, both of them is real clickbaitish, right? Look, real clickbaity, like you saying, and you realize when these guys have some takes that tend to be like left field. That's kind of what it gets to, like almost saying it for the sake of saying it. So saying the hate thing, you drew attention to that. You can't really know again what she thinking, and then to like delve that far into, that from Ryan Clark's perspective. That was a lot going on just to kind of say that, hey, I don't think Angel Reese, hates Caitlin Clark. You could have said a whole lot of other stuff that wasn't as personal, in that space. So yeah, it shouldn't even be this kind of big of a deal for real, to be honest with you. But here it is. Corny versus corny.
Flush said it best. Who really watches RGIII, right? Like, I didn't even remember he was still on TV. So
he's not.
I think he just signed the FS1. I think maybe. But know what I want to say real quick. It's kind of like I'm sure we all had to at different levels. But what I had to learn with being married, right, or even have a conversation with my wife or a conversation with a woman. My voice is too big, right? So I have to make sure I'm calming my voice so that I can get my point across. It's almost like with the Ryan Clark thing. His point could have been if he didn't mention the wife thing. His point is just so legit and so thorough. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of took away from.
It didn't. That's low hanging fruit.
But what I'm saying is,
they would have chose something to.
But what's the top? So you saying regardless of whatever?
That's exactly what I'm saying. He said nothing wrong about his wife. What he said was the truth.
I agree with that.
The end.
So you think if he did say nothing about his wife, some people would somehow find something wrong?
Yes. Correct.
Oh, I don't think so, but okay.
I absolutely think so. As a matter of fact, I know so.
Why?
Because he didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't say your wife's stupid. He didn't even disrespect her. He
but why would
obvious?
But but we all know in different conversations that the wife thing, regardless of whatever, it's triggered. It's
That's
a red
why I
flag.
said it's low hanging fruit because you
Right,
could
but
have
but this is what you said, bro. And you're saying that even if he didn't say that,
correct,
there would be something that was to be said about why.
Correct. Because
why?
They're missing the point.
You saying RG3 or people in general?
People in
like
general.
Me,
Ryan Clark was 100% correct about everything he said.
If I'm saying, okay, so if I'm saying,
yep,
that's the only reason. You saying that I would still find a reason?
Yes.
I don't know why. If I'm saying,
because what Juice just said, I am not gonna listen to no man.
I'm talking about me, right? That's the only. I said everything he said was correct, besides mentioning his wife.
What did
he
say bad about his wife? No, you say mention.
I'm just saying.
No. You keep saying mentioning his wife. If I say
that's the thing.
No, Flush, listen to me, and I want to get this point right here. If I say, yo, UNT bought me a cake for my birthday, am I talking bad about your wife? Or did I just bring it up?
That's just bringing it up.
Exactly. He mentioned his wife. I said, what did he say bad about his wife? That's my question. So mentioning your wife and saying something bad about your wife are not one and the same.
Yeah, but a white woman clapping in the back, that's a different thing. It's not like
that's what I was trying to say.
Is that saying something bad?
If it was if his wife was a black woman and she did the exact same thing, would it have been an issue?
No.
Yes.
No.
No, it wouldn't have.
100%.
It wouldn't have.
Yes, it would.
No, it wouldn't have.
Yes, it would.
The fact that she's a white woman, is the point.
It was Jaden Daniels' mother.
And they would have been saying that ghetto bitch in the background or something
Jaden
like
Daniels'
that.
mama said, put that
they would
out.
have been saying some shit like that.
Hell
That's exactly what they were saying. That ghetto bitch, or they can't control that woman, or she doing the clapping in the background or whatever else.
Sir.
But now, since she's clapping in the background, they brush that off. But you can't listen to a man to tell you about your family if he's a different color. I can't give you marriage advice right now because I'm not married. I'm listening to y'all.
This the instance where they both right, because it's like, I see where Rel coming from. It's easy to get at. It don't matter what you say. I can just go at it. And so I understand that. But then what Neef is saying is like, but however, the mindfulness part I'm talking about, it's a white girl back there. That ain't just one of our, sister girl wives. It adds another layer. That's why when we were talking about
let me ask you this. If it was Sierra, would it be what they came at Sierra?
Russell Wilson wife?
Yeah, Russell Wilson wife. Hey, by the way, Jay, I hate those headphones, like with a passion. I don't know why they make me stomach hurt.
Wait, what?
Those headphones, why are they that color? Like,
what is that, dog?
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, what is that?
Is that Doodle Brown? That's not cinnamon.
You look like you got horns on your head.
That's Doodle
Brown. What is wrong with y'all?
You was talking that shit.
What is wrong with y'all? How you
going to start taking up on the side?
How you going to Sierra?
I had to talk about it.
Nobody watching this is going to be able to
That's
get
my man, Doodle Brown.
Yo.
Them headphones over with, nigga.
Y'all are wild. I'm buying a new pair now. Yo.
What brand is that? Is that Walmart?
Crazy.
Hey, yo, can I tell y'all a story real quick? When I tell you off the something totally like nothing to do with nothing, right? Years ago, it had to be like 10, 15 years ago. We had a cookout at my uncle's house, and my grandpa got his feet out, right? My grandpa's feet looked terrible, and I was talking about his feet, right? So my grandma was like, "Do you know your grandpa when it took care of his feet after that?" Like, yo, and I felt bad. Like, damn, I didn't mean to do that. I was just talking light about it, but grandpa wouldn't got the feet done. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm going to the Brothas talking shit Amazon account and I'm charging it to you.
It's something about
my account ain't on that motherfucker.
Can I ask you a question?
It's fine. Shut up.
They gonna reject that shit fucking with me, nigga.
It's something about Philly niggas talking about you that just hit different. Like,
that's crazy.
Y'all niggas got a different level of jonesing on the nigga.
No, that's y'all love Jay. That's how I show Jay love, man. That's like
he
me
went
giving
from
Jay a
Sierra
hug.
to my headphones. I was like, Russell Wilson's wife. He was like, "Yo, I hate your headphones." What are you drinking? Like, what's?
Okay, let me ask y'all something. It's kind of the same. It's kind of to the same in the same spectrum as far as the RG3 Ryan Clark situation. Can a man married to a white woman speak on how black women feel to you?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. We talked about this. It's so I might be contradicting some of shit we talked about on the Charm Hour, but I'm gonna say this. I don't think so. I'm saying it here right now. I really don't think so. I think it's difficult because how can you talk about the plight of the black woman and you're not dealing with it daily? How can you really effectively talk about the black issue and you're not? The one thing about your black wife or your black husband that you got to understand, we're bonded through the struggle. And no one else is bonded through the struggle the way we are. There's layers to our struggle. And I know this is difficult to understand, but we're bonded through the struggle. I know what it's like when it's Easter Sunday and the hot comb hits your hair and what that smell like. That white man don't know that. There are things that I've gone through that that white woman don't understand me as a black man, what I go through. So we're bonded through the struggle. I don't think that we can talk effectively about what's going on with somebody that's not a part of our group.
Let's
Yo, hold on.
Go ahead.
We got to get you 3 weeks off every time out. I love when y'all get a week off. Oh my!
I was excited.
Hey,
because when I don't be here, I be feeling some type of way. Y'all know I got a lot going on.
Yeah,
I got our show too.
Life be life, right? Yeah.
But when I'm not here, I feel like I'm missing work, and so that's good. That's a good thing. So I'm happy to be here. That's what you're getting. That's the energy.
Yeah. Let's take it off of race, right?
Okay.
4 of us in this room are veterans. 1 of us is not, right? 3 of us in this room are from Baltimore. 2 of us aren't. 1 is from Houston. 4 of us aren't. 1 is from Philly. 4 of us aren't, right? Our struggles in life experiences are different, right? If I say the Paradox was lit on Friday night, only people that can relate to that is me, Cool, and Jay. Oh,
excuse me.
My apologies.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Come on now. I'm chicken box with the wedges, baby. Come on now. What we doing?
Hammers, right? Or anything, right? Like the things that we experienced growing up, or the things that the 4 of us experienced in the military, or the things that the 3 of us experienced being together in the Navy, right? We're bonded through certain things. That's the reason why this podcast is so great, right? Cool is my brother, the closest thing I got to it. Right? You wouldn't understand. I couldn't even explain to you what he means to me because people just don't know. Right? We bring up Bert every week, I swear. And I was sitting in my gym the other day. I was like, God damn, there were so many pivotal parts of my life that Bert was there. Right? Like,
did y'all hear the flex though? I was sitting in my gym the other day.
Oh, don't do that.
hey, Flush, I was gonna leave it alone.
That's what I was, right? I was just like, yo,
I was buying this Gucci
Jay-Z
slippers,
pair of Gucci slippers. Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. I know it line for line, but where would I be if Cool and Bert didn't introduce me to 22 twos on 295 in 1996? Like all of those things. So we're bonded through all the things we're bonded through. So if you don't have that experience, no, you can't be fucking down. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with RG3's wife, right? As far as she just can't. It's not possible.
Yeah, I could never tell you anything about the Navy because I was never a seaman, right? So I chose a better choice.
Well, you were once.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
I chose a better choice in my life than the United States Army, baby. So let me know.
I knew he was gonna go there.
With those damn off-brand ass headphones on the side. I'm playing.
Yeah. So that. But just my Dr. Cool Ma Koofy,
What just happened?
I'm adjusting my Dr. Cool Ma Koofy.
Oh, all right. No, I thought somebody said something about me. My bad. All right,
No. This has come up before in the context, where like famous or superstars, can you speak out from a social justice, a black social justice standpoint, effectively with somebody, a spouse of the opposite race? And it can even go both ways, right? Because you've seen Kamala Harris and things like that, so you see it a lot. For as empathetic and close to a situation as a person can be, the answer, in effect, has to be no. We all have implicit biases, unseen, unknown, subconscious, the way we were raised, the way we came up, right? Inherent experienced things that do hold a common thread. So much so that even if you have never seen people, what social media does, you can see interactions. You can see the joke of black people laughing so hard and running off because the laughter is so great, and you know what that experience is like, having never laid eyes on that subset. Um, uh, I had a situation even from a medical perspective where a doctor tried to. Uh, I said G check. I used the term G check. G check tried to check me on the, and I used it loosely. And the person I was talking to had no clue what I was talking about. No clue. And we made a joke about that because he had to like Google and AI to figure out what my text meant. But I had to meet this doctor on the unit and discuss some stuff man to man, if you will. He had no clue. That was like 2 weeks ago, right? So like lived experiences is a thing. So you could never really know. Now there could be some proximity involved if you have a strong relationship with your black mom or your black sister or your black nephew or whatever, and you just so happen to have a white spouse, right? That might be different. It still doesn't have that, that experience day in, day out, wake up, go to sleep part to it. But I could see in that context if there's some layers there. But you can't just be like what you know about a black woman if you ain't lived with one 20 years of your life, right? Or experience them in any appreciable way, or don't have real proximity to your people if you're black from that family, to be able to speak in true context. You can get detached from your reality flat out. So you can't.
I think it kind of shows that he might not, because if he did have those kind of people like a black sister that he was close to, and the black mother, some of the things he does do online, he might not do, because as black women, they probably would be like, yo, what you doing? You get what I'm saying? If they got a close and you respect your mom or your sister's take on things, then he might move a little differently as far as how he goes about some of the things he expresses online. So I think that kind of shows that it's not there.
I saw a little snippet the other day, cool, and as you were saying that, and someone yelled at Gary Owen and was like, why do you like black women so much? He was like, have you tasted it? Have you been
there? And y'all know Gary Owens live down here now?
That's dope. Yeah. Shout out to Gary Owen. I love Gary Owen. Yeah, he's in the right place he need to be.
Yeah. Single too?
Nah, he not single. His old lady from here.
No, he got married again.
Yeah, he married.
I know he got remarried.
Yeah, because he had twins.
Yeah, man, he died.
Oh shit, his kids. Oh, he going through that. Because that shit was I think he just got back cool with his kids.
Hey, but can I say this?
No, he got twins from her, the new one.
Because
that's what I'm saying. Oh. And he went my bad. You go ahead.
I know we about to move on, but I want to say this too. Positive black male representation that discusses blackness. We need to see that more. This is the staple in my life for that. I've carried that on. We talk about that in other places. But when I think about it, the source of that podcasting wise comes from here. And I always reference the dynamic. And Cool Mike is actually one of the people, because for black people, we also have to set something that we think is unattainable to let us know how possible and positive blackness can be. We got a doctor in here. We got veterans in here. We got professionals in here, but a doctor in here who also is really, in his wisdom, the leader of this group. That we're not used to that. So I reference a lot of positive blackness, but you brothers and your family, Rel, I talk about that, like Rel's family of black men. That's a form of patriarchy. We always talk about how bad patriarchy is, right? But we talk about your family. We talk about how there is some single motherness that happens, but the positive black man is not degraded with you. We talk. Look at your family. It sets a precedence of blackness. So I just want to point that out too. RGIII. I think sometimes we think about blackness being better when it's mixed with or anointed by whiteness. But you have blackness here that is completely entrenched in blackness and it's positivity, and we have a spectrum of belief. I just want to throw that out there, man.
I mean,
Man,
just to go and tag along with Juice. I mean, look at the chat alone, right? Ralph,
Yeah,
right?
the chat. Yeah.
Look how he brings them in. Like, you know, I came in for one episode and never left. So, you know, Flush would be like, "Man, he coming back again." So, but
No, see,
you know, go ahead, Flush.
the thing with Cool is like if we all have no problem with that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of stuff when you think about if you say like the let's say the responsibility of the podcast. You get what I'm saying? It's easy for somebody to back and say, "Well, I do this, so I can feel like whatever." But when Cool say what Cool say, you'd be like, "All right." I mean, because said what it is, and that's just how we move it. And because I pass you the blunt too. I ain't want to because I pass you the blunt. He done passed me the blunt before. I ain't go hold you. He let me hit the blunt. He done bought the weed to us what we doing. I said, "Oh shit." What? Did I say something crazy?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, can I tell you something else about that?
I'm looking for guys to smoke weed with me.
But can I tell you something else about that too? That's great and unique. So we giving Cool his flowers. We got to do that. That is the example of the black spectrum. Someone who is black from a city like Baltimore that has had a lot of negative connotation, but also positive connotation and surrounding areas of blackness that have had ascension. So a man who can also communicate to us, he's almost like a liaison of those of us that haven't experienced better, but has gone to better and represents that and is professional. That is blackness. That's the black man, not what we usually see, which is just street culture or degradation or some kind of poor form of that. He is the, hey, I can come from this, but I can ascend. That's why we respect Cool so much. That's why we talk about, even me, if Cool, do he like my comment? Is he affirming of what I'm saying? Because we look at him as an example of where we want to be. So that's important. And black men need to see this, that you have a lot of confident black men up here that can look at another black man and not let our ego overtake someone's gift and how they affect us. Does that make sense?
And definitely all alpha men too at that. You get what I'm saying? But the thing about Cool, since we talking about Cool a little bit, is the fact that Cool ain't too. You give somebody that kind of shit, motherfuckers will run with it. You get what I'm saying? To get cocky with it. Cool, and if you ever hear Cool talk respectfully, when he makes a point, the people don't even know who Cool is. What he talking about? He always say respectfully, with all due respect. Like he just carried it in a way where though it's easy to sit back here and be like, you know, that's just because. And it goes back to the dynamic to me with kind of even with me and Rel, because me and Rel is simply on the type of time where we've been new Juice. Let's take Juice out the equation because we've been new Juice. I remember when I met Juice with my rhyme book on the ship, and he like, "Yo, you rap?" You know what I'm saying? That's how me and Juice come together. But when it come to Cool, when we introduce, if I tell Rel, "Yo, this is big," to him, whatever I say is what it is with that person, and that's how he's treating them. So when I meet Cool, because I've known Jordan, I've known best friend Mike. I didn't know Cool for the years I've known Iceberg until Cool came on the pod. But when Iceberg tell me, "Yo, this is that," that's what it is with me. That's how I move. He don't have to say nothing else. If he says that's what it is, oh, that's cool. And that's just how we move. When Jay, I ain't know Jay. And it's crazy how small the world is with me, our circle of shit. But
we gotta do an origin story. I've been thinking about that.
Right. But Jay, when he say Jay, that's little bro. And it's been like that. His word to me, if he says that's what it is for me, that's what I move on. Until that person proves otherwise not fit for it. You know what I'm saying?
You ever hit Cool up and he respond back and you wanted like the smartest niggas in the room now? You remember like Tupac walked out of court and like he had that step with him?
No, show me that step again, Jay. Show how you moving.
It's in your cup.
No, you had your shoulders in I'm trying to show you love. I ain't trying to come at your neck.
I hit Cool up with a question one day, man, and Cool just sitting back, and it was like I swear, like Cool just like had some Dickies on with some starches in them. He was smooth with it. He just wrote that shit back all smooth, yo. I was there. I said my brothers was coolest, yo. My brothers was coolest. I don't care what nobody says.
He said he had some Dickies on with some starch in it and wrote the comment back.
No, man. Listen, I ain't gonna make it long because I didn't expect this part, of it. But firstly, I thank y'all. The irony is, like, I'm y'all's audience, right? Like, I gotta catch myself from like gazing at the computer. I did it at the beginning of the show when I said, "Yo, y'all funny," because I was like listening to the intro and laughing. Right? So the group chat, the thread grew. Every part of it. Rel, you invited me in. I got that one episode. I was counter recording us right here on the couches, like from a crazy angle that's up one of these. And then everybody, whatever addition happened, that was a discussion. That was what do you think? What do you think we should do? Are we inviting this person? Yes. We had a discussion down to our own blood, even PJ getting in the group chat. But like the vibe and the energy in that group chat is necessary for me at this point, right? There's a lot of stuff that we couldn't even have the time to pod from the other topics that be just straight in the like every day. So like it's even good, even if whatever level of participation is in it. I thank y'all, man. We said this before, like me coming on here and just having an outlet, having something to do, right? It's a much bigger deal, man. So I thank y'all, even just from a growth perspective. I've never thought what I do or who I am like was anything special. Actually, Rel helped me learn and continue to learn, even now, what that affect mean. I just try to always come from a real life, regular dude, is what I say, perspective. But I do one more thing. It took me a year to get confident enough to say this is Dr. Smith, like to call myself doctor, because I always just looked at myself as like Cool Mike, not like downplaying it, right? Because I know what I know, but like I even just calling myself that and kind of being where you're from. So the confidence and the things that you see is really still, it's a continuous journey for me too, man. But I thank y'all, man, for even the flowers that you do and have given today. So
that was dope, wasn't it? How'd that happen, Juice? All right, so Remy and Pat.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to go fill up my cup. Hold on.
No, don't go nowhere because you about to start this off. All right, so Remy and Papoose continue their online situation from before.
All right.
Yeah, don't go nowhere because you up the back like real quick. I'm gonna go first though a little bit. For me, I have a lot of respect for Papoose and how he carried it. Do the first set of things that was said, it was a lot of her and not him. He's been very, very quiet. When I did see him pop up and have something to say, it was the fact that she spoke on the children for him. That was the thing, which I could totally understand. So for me, of course, I think it's judged on when it comes to men and women, it's judged on a different level. It's a lot of things that it's okay for a woman to do, but for a man to do, some people had something to say about it. But I felt like he had some. I felt like he been through a lot. He been through a lot and been quiet for a long time. So when he jump out there and say whatever he got to say, I ain't mad at him saying it. I don't know how y'all look at it, but that's just how I feel about it.
I'm not mad at him for saying any of what he says. I think that we are seeing examples of what happens in real life. Remy Ma, you're a dirtbag. You've been a dirtbag. You went to prison. You then did stuff to go to prison. Wives don't do that. Regular wives ain't out here committing crimes, going to prison. You done went to prison. The man and
we
husband.
We today.
I mean, for real. Look, your man didn't been up. What regular man? Hey, my woman go to prison for that long, I'm gonna let her know, hey, look, it's gonna be hard out here. You do good while you in there. Find God, because I'm not find God out here trying not to get into some guts while you in there. Wife is supposed to do wifely things. She hasn't done that. She's gotten to all kind of fights. Then on top of that, you embarrass this man and go deal with a lesser. See, this is the other thing. In women's idea of hypergamy, they don't replace you. They can't replace the best they've had. They only downgrade. because nobody wants you and your kids. And Remy Ma's
we got classic juice. Okay.
is Remy Ma almost 40 something?
She is.
Hey, by classification, you just a jump off. You're not somebody that I'm gonna want to marry and take care of your knucklehead kids that you didn't have with this man. You should have stayed with your man. You should have been good to your man. I don't want to hear nothing that you gotta say, Remy, on this camera, because we all wanted. Why did women want Remy and Papoose to be the example of relationship? Because Papoose seemingly is of service. He's of service. When women like relationships that's in service to them, when they have to exemplify service, they don't like that. That's controlling. So you know what? That woman got out of pocket. She performed bad. She embarrassed this man. And what did he do? What men can do. Because of what men can produce, we can actually upgrade. And he upgraded to somebody who can fight and make money. And now you upset and he bad and every woman I know on earth got an abusive tale story about some man. They got he done did this to me. We done seen it all before. She up there giving the Brewster's Place Oprah. He up there doing me bad. He done did me wrong. And guess what? We believe Papoose because many of us have been through what he's been through. So guess what? We're listening to him because we've seen him. We saw him be good to a low life. You
can't come back to Juneteenth. You can't come back to Juneteenth. Jesus Christ.
No, but hold up.
No, he ain't done. I just had to say.
Go ahead.
She is a dirt bag. She's not white. See, this is not. I'm gonna land here. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is. I'm gonna drop this on y'all. I ain't even dropped this on the Torah. I'm giving this here. We are the representation of the covering that Jesus has given to the church on earth. Y'all don't understand that. We give covering through when you're imperfect. A man is to come cover you when you're not perfect. Women aren't perfect. They test us. They're not perfect. They aren't great creatures. But as a man, if you are aligned with God, you are to come in and cover her when she's not perfect. In return, don't embarrass your man. In return, listen to your man. In return, lift your man up. When you are disobedient and you are not aligned correctly, you can be replaced. But a man comes in and covers you with love, that's why men love unconditionally and women love conditionally. Because guess what? Kids and women love conditionally because they're always in need. A man comes and provides. That's what Papoose did for you. Someone who had unmerited favor from this man. We saw him do that. So guess what? He felt that it was right for him to cut her off because look at her behavior and how she has been this entire. You gonna go sleep with a battle rapper that ain't that good, and you gonna even let it come out and embarrass this man? Shame on you, Remy. Shame on you. And for the rest of your days, you shall be a cum bucket. I'm left.
Yo, you came with the turtleneck on the day.
Bro, somebody got to put the ether beat behind that whole joint right there.
Hey, yo, keep this right. Think about it. When I think about that, I think about Keisha
I'm gonna go
Dior.
get a drink.
Yes. I think about that. I think about Keisha Dior, Gucci Mane wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we found out now that Gucci Mane cheated with some lower level woman and did all these things to her, oh, how could he do that? She did all that for him while he was in jail and made him all this money. How could he do that? I look at that situation if it was a woman who did all the things that Papoose did, held it down while she was in jail, all these different situations. I don't think Remy's really being scrutinized or being talked about enough in that manner. If it was a man who did that, if it was Papoose who was in jail and she did all that stuff for him and all these different things, and then not only did he cheat on her, but he talked about her in the manner in which Remy's talking about Papoose right now, I think they would light him on fire. Like it would be crazy for that man if he did that. And I think she's getting away with a lot of things. I said that before. Before Papoose opened his mouth in that whole situation, for me, I felt a way about it because it's like, damn, like all this stuff that this man did, and this is how it goes, look crazy to me. And the fact that she wasn't getting people wasn't coming at her and ready to cancel her or whatever type time didn't happen, it says something to me. It really stuck out to me.
Yeah, you
Go ahead, cool. Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, first of all, y'all killing this. I promise you that y'all killing this. Man, Remy said some wild stuff. From some of the things that I saw. Called that man Papoose, right? She trying to be funny, right? Like she said the other dude got an 820 credit score. I heard that more than once. What are you talking about, lady? Like, hey, what are you talking about? Like the embarrassment part, all of that. She said she didn't want to be guilted for like being held down and holding me down. I'm like, this lady is crazy for real. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Just all over this part of it, right? Just and what do I mean? But like, what do you want? Right? What do you want? Juice kept making the cuffing, the universal cuffing move under the provision, under the covering, right? That's a real thing. And we don't even require a whole lot, especially the modern version of men, to have that unconditional covering, right? Always waking up and being in a do version, like, well, I do something got to go, right? That protection part, that's just a natural part of us, if you will. That's that's built in. So I'm not even giving Papoose no whole pass because I don't even know their situation. But this lady was posting texts from 2014. I had to look at the year. 2014. That's the dirt you got on this man. And you dressing like a nigga in a battle rap. You dressing like a nigga in a battle rap, right? I mean, it's beyond ridiculous. What you mad for now? Right? You ain't had to come public on nothing, and that lady ain't really say your name, and she'll beat you up. Otherwise, you had to try to shoot her in the face. I don't know what you want.
All right, so here's my twist. Papoose is 47 years old. Remy Ma is 44 years old. Clarissa Shields is 30. I wouldn't have said nothing. Fuck you talking for? I let everybody talk.
That is you. That is you.
Man, I ain't defending myself. I don't do none of that shit. So that's the only thing that I wouldn't have done. Like, Pat, you don't have to say nothing. I don't.
But he took a long time though.
He did. Well, she started talking. He started talking too.
No, the first time.
Right. No, I'm talking about this time. I don't care about nothing that happened.
He ain't say nothing the first time, though.
I'm just talking about this particular incident over the past couple of days.
Right.
Again, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the Hove line, right? You know what I'm saying? When two people's arguing, the fool shit, right? From a distance, you can't tell
who was who. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not arguing with a fool, and Remy's a fool, right? Like, where you going? You went from Pat to Easy to block captain. Right? Didn't he motherfucker just get his teeth straightened like 2 weeks ago or some shit? Right? And then he can't rap for real. He ain't won a battle since. Right? Like,
messing with her. Right.
Yeah, like, yo, is this your champion? You know what I'm saying? Pat used to clean motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to K Slay. He came under that goddamn thing, and I got some of the best Pat verses ever. And shit he was doing. Like, you downgraded going to tremendously block camp, like tremendously. Yeah, like
you got a nigga that held you down. I don't want to cut you off, but you got a nigga that held you down, took care of his kids. Y'all had a kid, got you a deal.
Took care of your kids while you was in jail, right?
Well, no. She only has one kid technically from them.
He has but her son or whatever. Yeah. I think
she had a kid prior to.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so took care of all that. Got you a deal.
Roach and Rhymes,
which was crazy to hear.
That wasn't crazy. Everybody knew that.
Got a better relationship.
I didn't know that
with Joe. Got a better relationship with Joe, and got you a TV deal, and got you on VH1 and everything else. Now you want to put pawn receipts and everything else out there. Like, where you think? That nigga that battle raps can't get that pawn shit out of pawn.
Anybody in this room had to pawn something before? Anybody had to pawn something before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right. So fucking what? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta reset. That's not an indictment. Like, bitch,
I go to the pawn shop all the time right now and buy all my guns. I buy guns in the pawn shop right now. Shit, like,
but see, know what the problem is? The problem is you put that man through so much and you thought he was just gonna be there because he's been there. I've been that guy who's been in a relationship too long because of your child. I've been that guy too. And he don't want to leave his child and seeing his child every day. That's something you're giving up. I've been that guy before. And you've seen, and you got used to, you to put him through all this stuff. And every time he's continued to be, and shut the fuck up. He didn't say nothing about it. He didn't tell the whole world. First time he would have did something like that to you, you'd have told the whole world. He was quiet about it for years and years and years. And you just thought he was going to be there. And he came to a point where he was tired. And then you seen him showing this new woman the same things he used to show you. That's like the video I sent y'all with him and Clarissa, and he Pat doing the glove thing with her and all that. He's involved in her situation, just like he wrote her rhymes. So he's been that man. He show you that the quality of the man is showing, and you're realizing that this nigga you land with every day ain't that. So that whole grass is green on the other side shit ain't. You get what I'm saying? So now you want to sit back here and try to throw stuff and make it. Now you're trying to convince her that she don't need to be with him.
Right.
And the thing is, they worry about a man when he's talking. When you should be worried about him when he's silent, because there's something.
He was silent for how long though?
But exactly,
he's been silent.
Years.
Yo, his daughter was snapping. His daughter, who damn near grown, was snapping. You get what I'm saying?
It's amazing that you think that he did all these things these years and he was silent, telling you something's wrong, and then when he comes out, oh, he's crazy. I got to blackmail him this way.
But you know what it is too? The benefits of the TV stuff ain't happening no more. So he to you, he was less useful to you. Because those things weren't happening. And Easy the Block Captain at the time was the hot boy in battle. So you thought you was jumping off onto a faster train, and at the end of the day, his career's crashed to the point where as though he ready to let you go. Because at the end of the day, me being with you ain't been beneficial. So y'all both thought y'all being together. First of all, how y'all go from the black couple? You thought you was gonna be the black couple with this nigga. You thought you was gonna be we got this and we black love, and I'm about to go over here with him, and it's about to, and we about to continue the black. No, sure.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You can't beat the design of God. You can't beat this God's design. You are a complimentary piece. You're a gift, but you're not the recipient of the gift.
Do y'all remember when he was when she came down to the ring and he was spitting some old verse? And how hype she was?
No.
Her last fight. You talking
about Clarissa?
Clarissa last fight. She came down to the ring. Papoose come down, spin the old verse. She's like ain't nothing like that woman who. That's what I'm saying. You ain't been in his like.
She
been
from
supporting
Detroit.
you. Hold on.
What you
Hold on. Peep the Blitz. Hold on. My bad. Not Peep the Blitz.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ain't nothing like having that woman that's your fan. He been a fan of her. He been coming to all her battles, supporting her, pouring into her. You see how Clarissa's pouring into him. He's getting that back now.
Because
he said back here, no. Because listen, he's been that guy who I've been this guy too. If I show her, she'll change. If I show her, she'll change. If I just keep showing her that I'm different,
I'm gonna let him
it'll change. She'll change, but she don't. She is who she is. You get what I'm saying? And then when she see you pouring into another woman, and that woman now is pouring into you, and you're getting that back, oh, that's the salty shit right there.
See, Clarissa is an athlete and understands that guidance gets you to the win. Your woman gotta understand that I need to be guided. I need to be coached. A woman that can be coached to the end. They're complementary pieces. A lot of women are fighting for position. They want to be the one in charge and ain't got no guidance. Why you trying to be the leader and you ain't got no guidance? And for those out in TV land, we see these hot topics as the example of what's going on in the average sense. Your woman at home for the passive aggressive man, she want to be in charge and ain't got no guidance. But if you let her lead, you're going to be led to destruction. That's the Adam and Eve tale. Adam put the bond over the purpose. I'm going to put her over what God told me to do. But when I let her lead, women without leadership look for external confirmation. That's the serpent. Women look for external confirmation when there's no real leadership presence. When a real leader step up and say, no, we're not doing that. I'm going to set the frame. They have a problem. But you typically are going to find this with women in our community who were born in single parent households by a strong head mama. So she want to run everything. So I'm going to land here. Fellas, you only get this game if you've lived long enough to get the wisdom, this gonna be your mid-40s, 40s to mid-40s and on. I'm gonna say this. You ain't capable to really choose the mate for you when your purpose has been defined. And that's really 35 plus. I've been saying this. I've been saying you are blessed and covered if you find somebody young, but typically it's going to be 35 plus. A lot of times what guys do, we're choosing mates off lust. Remy Ma, you know, she sound fun. She probably suck good and screw good and all of that. But is she really ready for the position? Is she capable to have that position in your life? And when you choose wrong, you're going to have situations like this.
I mean, you got the Clarissa from Detroit, right? When the last time y'all been in Detroit?
I haven't.
She ain't got nothing to lose. She got clean water. She got a nigga by her side. She on top of the world.
She from Flint, Michigan. I don't know how far that is from Detroit, but
Detroit,
well, the water ain't too good out there, is it? Not strong. I don't know if that's too. That was wrong.
No, that's true.
That's the drink.
Well, I'm just saying,
right.
like.
No, shout out to Clarissa Shields though. She doing. I mean, you know, I don't think she's been too messy. We talked about Clarissa. Clarissa came up organically in our group chat before all of this about how better she was looking and carrying herself. That's a true fact.
And what she
look it up.
She
so you know,
she's like, hey, look, we gotta work out in the morning. She's trying to tell him stop being. You ain't gotta worry about this. So what you saying? Like what everybody's saying is. You ain't got like World said. World said you just shut up.
I like that she likes her man.
We got
right, and that's what I'm saying. He's getting back. What I was saying before is he's getting back what he's been given. You see him in the ring supporting her. He's spitting the verse 20 years old that Remy never cared about. But to Clarissa, she probably pump him up, and she probably give him what he's been given. It seems like Papoose has been giving and giving and giving and not receiving. Now he got him a woman who, no matter how old she is, no matter where she's from, no matter none of that, she's showing him that same thing that he's been given. And he's happy. And you see him happy, and you see it working. That's why you're running your mouth. Where did this even come from? Her old spill is from where? Why?
When was the last time, somebody brought up Remy's name? When she
Besides
did
this. And then it's another thing, too. You're running with this whole, he in the house. That man want to be near his child. That man want to be a part of his child life. That's why some men stick around and do that. I've had to explain that. Why do you go through this? Because at the end of the day, who wants to go through the court system and deal with the BS that come with that? You know what I'm saying? So you go through the headaches and you go through the stuff you go through with the woman that you really don't want to go through it, but y'all got a child. That's why I tell a lot of these young boys, dog, be careful who you have a baby with. Because if you're going to be a part of that child life, it's a long time. It's a whole bunch of BS. My baby mom got me blocked right now. I don't talk to her. I blocked her. And it's the most peaceful it's been in years. You get what I'm saying? We can stay blocked. My daughter 6. Listen, I prayed for the day my daughter was 16 years old. She could it's different when they're 4 years old and you got to deal with this person every day, all the time.
I've seen and talked to my baby mother 3 times in 12 years. It's amazing.
Hey, I'm listen, I gotta go because speaking of that, I'm with all 6 of my kids. I'm like the modern day Abraham. But listen,
enjoy your day, enjoy your holiday, Juice.
Enjoy your Black Friday.
Those baby mothers that are angry, those baby mothers that are blocking, those baby mothers that can't seem to co-parent are mad that they didn't respect themselves enough and love themselves enough to stay with the man that represents the best they can do. That's what that is. And we're looking at it as we want to attack the black man. But any man that wakes up and works and pays child support and go want to be at the games and want to take care of his kids is a man that loves his child. Because guess what's in us as men? Unconditional love is programmed in us already. It's already statistics that show that we do better at single parenting. It's already statistics that show that when we're not in the house, the family fails. It's in us. The highest form of masculinity is what I call covenant masculinity, when you are covering those that are around you. Look at what the United States do. What do? Collars bad. Sometimes we have bad representation, but we cover the world because we do it under the disguise for peace. That's what men do. We want to come and say that we're doing the best we can do. So when a woman is bad mouthing or putting bad information out about you, I want the world to know That's a woman that is misguided. That's a woman that's angry. That's a woman that's bitter and wish she could have did better for herself and her children by doing what that man says. But a lot of these women just don't have a framework to work with because guess what? They daddy's gone. They had their weak ass, bitter ass mama in the house training them how to operate from that space in this bed. But I gotta go, man.
Hey,
Hey,
love you, Juice.
Love you,
Like,
Juicer.
enjoy your
I
holiday.
love
Yo,
y'all. I
kid.
was on fire today, and I can't wait to be on fire next week.
Flamed it, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish he would have stayed for this. We got to talk about new and Diddy news. what y'all took from this week in Diddy's current situation? Have your views changed? What has I don't want to say sticks out because that's a pause, right? But what sticks out in what's happened in the last week or so?
Well, you had Dawn Richards. Her mama named her Richards. I'm gonna call her Richards, right? But she's going by Dawn Richard now. I'm like, bitch, you French? I said, fuck out of here. Like when I grew up, your name was Dawn Richards. Now all of a sudden you're Richard.
Right.
No, knock it off. Dawn Richard, whatever. She came up there getting her facts wrong as usual. She also was like, I'm starting to remember as the trial goes on, right? Versus as time goes on, she's just saying stuff and contradicting what she had in her own civil case. You had all the escorts up there telling all the stories. What's my man name? Called himself the Punisher or whatever, talking about he was doing stuff for $800. And then the story came out where Diddy was sitting in the corner, butt naked with a hijab on, which is by far the wildest thing I've heard all week, right? Like, is you freaking or is you going to, you know what I'm saying, take your shahada? I'm mad confused about what you got going on in your life right now, Mr. Combs, right? Because just like you got Mr. Shark, right? You know what I'm saying? No more. Well, he's about to be Mr. Combs. Like they're probably calling him in prison and or in court. It's a lot going on. I don't feel like they got him dead to rights now or not. I just don't like. I heard the judge say, "Where's the RICO?" And then I heard it wasn't RICO, it was racketeering. Like they're just using it. I'm gonna land here too. I feel like they're trying to go after the low hanging fruit, just like we did with RGIII and his wife and Ryan Clark with this, because you're saying a bunch of stuff that happens in the industry all the time. Right? Flying people out is something that regular people do. Flying people out is definitely what rich people do, right? Mm-hmm. And you're going to pay for sex, whether it's directly or indirectly. But where's that line? What are you trying to say? You might as well go after everybody who has something going on to this level that you're trying to go after him. And just calling it organized crime is crazy. Right? It is absolutely nuts. And I just don't see any of those things when you're saying coercion and manipulation and the violence and the things he's doing. Cuddy took the stand, said what he said, but even Cuddy said that they had a conversation and decided that she tried to stab both of them in their back, right? So she was being who she was. And I think that I'm saying her being groomed is also low-hanging fruit. I just don't like that shit. I don't like it at all. I just don't.
I think. Well, go ahead, Flush.
No. Go ahead, Jay.
Exactly what Ro just said. They don't have a case. It's so many possibilities of what he's on trial for, but there's not one definitive answer, right? So you ask this person RICO, you ask this person sex traffic, you ask this person, rap. What he just said. And so all these people are coming and to this trial and no one has given any information towards these cases. Everything they say has either been a speculation or just giving their testimony and everything. I think what they said, Mr. Bentley wanted submarines or something like that. Like it was crazy. Like they're trying to pull from somebody or from people that's been in his life 5-10 years, but they have nothing because these people, he's like, I don't want to say it, he did them well, right? Like no matter if you paid them well, put you on TV, got your album, got your rights back to your your publishing, excuse me, or anything like that. So they really don't have anything for this man.
Now, I think he's done wrong. I don't know if the charges that they're leading with is what they should have led with. When it comes to him breaking in the, the boy, he broke in the Cuddy crib, opened.
Still not racketeering or RICO. I heard you. I'm agreeing with you, bro.
Right,
Stop defending yourself and talk.
Shit, if you stop cutting me the fuck off, I can talk.
We were talking. It's a podcast. Go.
All right, goddamn. Yeah, man, he had a lot going on. Even with the whole mom, why did he make the mom give up 30 racks or 20 racks?
20 racks.
He was doing a lot. That's one thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say he was doing a lot. I don't know about the whole RICO thing, and I think
it's
that, like
tough,
I said,
when you say doing a lot, it's tough. Like,
what does that mean?
Puff has always been flamboyant.
Yeah.
He's always.
I'm
been
not. No. I'm not even talking about flamboyant. When you break into somebody. When you break into somebody's house, when you throwing not a bomb, but he threw something in the car, and the car caught on fire. He doing a lot.
Well, I'm saying that's what I mean by flamboyant. I don't mean like
flamboyant and that. There's two different things.
It still goes there. Trust me, I got a degree. But
a degree in what?
Well, I got a degree in business, but I know what the word flamboyant means.
Okay.
So, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just think he doing a lot. I don't know what's worse. The Kanye lay with academics, or the ass butt naked with the Muslim situation, man. As far as just wearing it, that was wild, man. That go up there. That's up there with the what did we call it last week? The gravy, the man gravy.
Oh, man.
I want to do the man gravy. Go. Is that why he naked? I still got. Is he naked because the man gravy gonna go?
You don't really wonder that. You don't really.
I don't. You know what? It's some things that I don't want to know. You're right. Got a lot going on now.
It's just. You know, at the end of the day, he's gonna more than likely, I want to say, get time served. Let's put him on probation for 6 months or something like that. He's gonna get a show. He's gonna get a book deal. You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? And then he's gonna go back to saying this is the remix. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Cool, you got to take Cool.
Yeah, no, Jay, that's actually, I think you pretty spot on this. This feeling real time service. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and there's no way you can have us defending Mr. Combs in an appreciable way. So it's not really a defense of whatever he had or didn't have going on, as it is like. I don't. What is it? What's the tangible? Like, how can you have for real, like a RICO, the organized part of it, right? Like, if it's one person, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is the dudes that actually put the cocktail in Kid Cudi car? If we talking like that's not a thing, though.
Yeah.
Forget there are police reports, right? Somebody FOIA requested God daggone when Kid Cudi call the police. Yeah. Can we get that going on YouTube or so? I need something going on, right? Because whatever they got, like this just don't feel like enough. And it's like kind of whatever, is going on with Cassie, whether she did or whatever. You can't, it's nothing tangible, right? It's not a tangible thing that I'm seeing. So it is looking real kind of get off on time served, guilty or something, maybe longer than 6 months, in general, but it does feel like a attack the bank account kind of situation, and see where you stand. I think we put in the thread, like this dude gonna be getting out giving parties or something. Like that's what it's feeling like right now, unless something changed. So that's my landing spot.
So he's charged with racketeering conspiracy, which alleges that he engaged in a pattern of criminal activity through various business ventures, right? Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, 2 counts. Accused of using force, fraud, or coercion to recruit, harbor, and transport individuals for the purpose of sex acts. And in transportation to engage in prostitution, 2 counts. This involves accusations of transporting individuals across state lines to engage in prostitution. I'm just saying, there's 1.5 million people in this country right now that you could charge with all of those things. So you're trying to charge him in the court of public opinion. But the only thing that we are in awe about is the freak bullshit he doing. None of the yes, he abused Cassie.
You're saying he's guilty, but everybody does it.
Yo, he's abused Cassie, right? But I guarantee he ain't the only person that's abused another person in a relationship.
True, but
Right?
that's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying,
Right,
though, right?
right. So also, let's see. Let me see if I can say this to not incriminate myself or others on this podcast.
I ain't never flew nothing. Now, if you fly it,
no,
money.
that's
If
not.
you drive, if you drive,
listen, I'm about to go there. I'm about to go there. If hypothetically, me and my brothers go to a club that used to exist in the city of Philadelphia, and the club may have been called Platinum, right?
It wasn't called Platinum.
I know.
Okay,
I said
but
it may have been called
solid.
I know what it was called. I remember
Solid.
And flush.
Yeah, like I gave you a different kind of medal. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a hypothetical situation.
Right.
And we left the state of Pennsylvania to drive into the state of New Jersey, and we got some hotel rooms and proceeded to have relations with these women. Were we sex trafficking? Did we cross state lines?
We didn't pay them. We didn't pay them.
Maybe you didn't. Maybe I did.
In a form of some way, you paid them. Did you buy food?
You paid for the
room. You paid for the room.
Did you pay for condoms? I'm just trying to figure out what the line is.
Where's that?
Does I give her $5 to go to the vending machine? I'm just trying to think about what this is, right? And I'm just saying we was broke.
Do we not all agree that the law probably shouldn't be the law?
I'm fine with the law being the law, but I'm tired of them manipulating the law to say that it's
so
one
what
thing.
extent? Okay, so what? How bad should it be? How bad should it be for the law to stand?
You should not have to catch a charge if you meet somebody on Instagram and they live in another state and you fly them to you and do whatever you do, and then you took her shopping, or you gave her a gift card, or you gave her some nail money, and it was a couple $100. According to this, what they saying, that seems like that get your charge.
We all agree that's bullshit. We all agree that's
bullshit. That's not kidnap you in this white van, tie your mouth up, bitch, and now you on fentanyl.
That's me showing you love.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you can't have it both ways.
Half of these Instagram women get flown out, right? So
it's a whole thing. It's a colloquialism, Jay. Flew out is a thing.
Shout out to Jay. But exactly. It's get. I mean, men get flued out.
Yo, could it be the people who are judging aren't familiar with the lifestyle?
They have heard about it and they witness it and they hit the like button on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and whatever else is out there. True Social, OnlyFans, all this stuff is happening in real time, yo.
So I'm talking about the people who are actually the ones who are filing these.
I'm talking about those exact same people. Lawyers, judges, prosecutors, defendants, type court reporters. I'm talking about all these people, the jury. They all didn't like something, right? Whether I don't care what you believe in, male, female, female, whatever you believe in, you went back and liked something on social media that could be confused or misrepresented by these things. And it just isn't, yo, if you want to put them in jail for abuse or, you know what I'm saying, assault and Cassie, fine. But you ain't fucking charge them with that.
Right. So the crimes that they accuse them of don't necessarily match what you're trying to present.
Right, because you're trying to go for the gusto. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to get that big fish. You ain't got the boat to pull them in. You know what I'm saying?
They tried to Rico Thug. Didn't work. And it's like they just trying to use that because they think that that's the thing that's going to put these criminal mind people away, like they did John Gotti, like they did, you know what I'm saying, all the Costa Nostra, like they did yeah, all of that. Like, come on, yo. Knock it off.
All right, so where do y'all see this going in the next couple of weeks? Who knows? Or does it die down?
Talk about? No.
Huh?
Oh no.
You think it's gonna be more shocking?
They ain't did Aubrey yet. Aubrey O'Day, right? You know what I'm saying? I still think that they may go after Farnsworth. I still think that Albie Shore might get up there and say something. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people.
Any more freaky things about did Mr. Combs be said that's like
Yes.
that'll shock you?
100%.
That'll
Absolutely.
shock you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so but mentally we kind of already like, do we not already think he's probably bisexual?
Yeah, I've always thought that though.
Right. So I mean, but we talk about man
That
gravy and
that was more shocking than him being bisexual.
right, and then the whole butt naked with the Muslim joint on.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they can say that's going to really like.
I mean,
you'll see. We'll be right here to witness. Go ahead, Jay.
We'll be right back.
Listen to the way he talks. Everybody, I mean, you could come on over here, Daddy. Like, you know, Diddy was trisexual. Like,
what
trisexual?
All right.
What? You don't know what that is?
Yeah, try anything.
Yeah, try anything once.
Oh, okay. So he might have tried 2 cups, huh? Was it 2 girls, 1 cup? That's what it was.
2 girls, 1 cup.
I mean, Biggie did say he shit on the bit.
So she told me that cock over is shit on her stomach.
You know, I'm
like,
I'm
what supposed to do? I'm supposed to hit it after that? What am I supposed to do? Hit it after that? So after I shit on the bitch. Because you know I shit it. All right, where we at? My bad, y'all. Give me a second. My bad.
Yeah, he produced that too, didn't he?
Take that, Playboy. Take that, Playboy. It's funny hearing them talk. I was just listening to Going Back to Cali. It just every time I hear his voice just speak. I don't know, it's a little different now. Shout out to SGA MVP.
I called it.
It wasn't none. I mean, it's been out there. It ain't like you made an announcement that was gonna shock the world.
I mean, I said OKC about to take it all. I'm just letting you know.
I said for MVP. Did I
said OKC about to take it all.
They just got whooped by 40 last night. I ain't mad at it, but I ain't mad at your take. But like Minnesota you gotta win game 4 to make game 3 mean anything. You can win by 40 and you losing 5. Who cares? Since you talking about that, I'm just talking about SGS.
When a blonde squirrel finds a nut, go ahead.
You just be saying random shit that just
makes sense.
Good. Right. It's your fault, my bad. You just know what?
My bad, your fault.
Yeah, right. You just get on my nerves, yeah.
Saying that 20 years.
Yeah.
Nigga, you 13. Fuck you. How you been saying something 20 years? All right. Nothing about SGA. Okay. All right.
It really should have been Joker. Joker's the most valuable player in the NBA, and he's the best player. I hate SGA's game. I hate the way he plays, and he gonna get hurt eventually doing all that goofy shit he do.
You like you need to get stronger. Do you fall on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah, he do.
The way he fall though, I don't like how he fall.
It don't last. Yeah.
Right. All right. Let's talk about the swatting thing, Iceberg.
Yeah. So academics got arrested, or not? He didn't get arrested. He got detained. I would use the word detained. Because somebody called into the police, the police station, and said that he was in his house holding his sister by gunpoint. And that's nasty work that somebody obviously can get your address because of your fame and then call the police. And the police did what they were supposed to do and reacted to those things. But I almost feel like there needs to be some more due diligence done there. How do you prove that or disprove that? He don't even have a sister, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of top it off. But, he was cool with it. He was like, I just followed the directions and instructions. And I think it happened one other time. They said
Young Scooter
ended
up passing away from cutting his leg when he hopped the gate.
Oh yeah, my man. Yeah, from
somebody called and said he had all this stuff going on. And
it's like a whole thing, which is crazy that it's a word and a term for this happening, that somebody could do that to you. It's fucked up, right? So but that's just a part of life. It's like swatting, doxing, right? Sexting, right? Revenge porn. Like it just all goes together as some fucked up stuff that you can do to somebody because you don't like what they had to say. He's not doing anything to you. This is how you ignore academics. Don't watch his videos.
Indeed.
Don't subscribe to his channels. Yep. When he shows up in your feed, swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right, block it. It's like all the things that you never have to do and listen to academics in your algorithm. It is super easy. People want to be triggered.
True.
No.
And shout out to that motherfucker who left us a comment talking about why we talking about shit. Because we want to and we good at it. So fuck you. And thank you for listening. Subscribe.
And make me send Jay
Pull up on you.
anywhere you at.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, email Jay. Say no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that to you, Jay. I'm done.
For example.
The first thing I heard about like swatting, I ain't gonna spin it long, was like in the context of the gaming world. I don't know if it started there, where they'll go at each other on these online game, and then because they could get people's IP addresses, they were sending these false information to people's houses and kind of messing up things that way. So yeah, it's kind of taking a bigger thing of its own these days, I guess.
And overall, it's dangerous, right? So it's depending on the person, right? You show, I got a few cameras that shows my property, right? But if I don't know what your car is, right, and I'm coming outside armed, right, and you could be just turning around, or you could be whoever somebody else, a threat. I never know. If you're one of my friends, and there's a few people that watch us, and they'll tell you, don't pull up here without telling me. I don't care if you right down the block. You down the block, hey, I want to pull up in your driveway. Because if not, you're gonna find an automatic shotgun at your throat. So you know what I'm saying? These things got to be taken care of carefully.
Jay, do you know what swatting is?
Yes, I know what swatting is, man. I'm gonna swat you if you go to the next subject. Shut up.
They can figure out this. Listen, they can figure out this door. I got somebody who you ain't gonna want to talk to after that. I'm gonna leave it at that, brother. What's the term we use that we just use with juice? I can't think of the term right now.
What?
When you gotta sit something off your chest.
I need a minute. I need a minute. Yeah.
Right. So I work in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lady at my job, whatever. So I kind of see her coming. I'm working. I kind of see her come in the kitchen. She work out in the cab, and she looking around. I ain't paying no mind. So let's say I got a what's the knife called? The knife that you like cut bread with, like a
bread knife.
No, with the what's the name? Not a bread knife. With the what's I can't not think of the term right now.
Serrated
knife.
Serrated, like yeah, a knife. So she looking for a knife. So Pete, I'm working, whatever. Drop the knife on the floor. Right, I pick it up, but ain't clean it yet. I set it off to the side so I can clean it in a second. She comes in the kitchen, she's looking around, whatever. Instead of asking me, hey, can I switch this knife out with you or whatever? She takes the knife without me looking. I come back, I'm looking for the knife gone. I got a different knife there. Knife ain't even clean. So instead of asking me, hey, can we switch this knife out? Boom, and I'll let you know, yeah, we can switch it out. It's just dirty though. You might want to clean it before you use it. She done sat back in, took this knife into the cafeteria. Ain't no telling what she done cut with it or did with it. Instead of asking the question and getting the permission to take the knife and me letting you know that the knife is dirty. So you being slick and not asking the question, you out here working with a dirty knife. Am I tripping? Yes. It's not a big deal.
No.
It's just people, man.
You just gotta override that, bro. Like
no, it ain't on me.
Oh no, like, that would have been like, damn.
Yeah,
I hope it's clean enough for her to use.
Right, communication is key though. Like it be like people do stuff and they be like, "Oh, you have to do is just say something." Now you working with something that you don't know what the situation is.
My name in it, and I ain't in it.
Light work. Peep the Blitz. I ain't missed anything, did I? No. All right. You starting the team? You going with Antman and SGA? I'm guessing Iceberg is going with Antman.
Antman. Fuck SGA.
Antman.
I'm going with Antman too, but SGA hooping right now.
Antman.
All right. From Dre. Growing up, who was the coolest flies guy you knew? I'm gonna start.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, Cool Mike.
Cool Mike. For me, it's two different guys. First off, my man Vogue, my OG Vogue. That's just like he was just cool, like was the cool bull. And my man Sturl, for a different reason. He lived next door to my aunt, and whether it was he was years older than me, let's say 4 or 5 years older than me. Whether it was hooping, I just was competitive with him. I always just wanted to beat him. So and I looked up to him in that space. Even he used to rap and I was rapping. So it was just like I kind of wanted to go at him because because I had love for him in that aspect of it. So no matter what we was doing, I always wanted to beat Sterl. So the me Sterl was dope, and Vogue was dope. And they was in the same squad, but those were my guys when I was a young boy.
I got a couple. Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, you got it, cool.
Jay, go ahead, me, Jay. I know. I know, Jay. Different states and all, but I reached out to you. I reached out to you. Don't lean back no more. I told you
No, I got looking at this, I had a couple different ways I wanted to say it. So first of all, like Diddy Mike was my father. Shout out to Diddy Mike. He was the coolest. He had tags that said Diddy, Black Monte Carlo, leather outfit, that. He was a fly dude. There's a couple others like in high school. It wasn't even like the coolest ever, but I remember the Bo Jacksons, the orange and blue. So shout out to John Rogers, first day of school when we stepped on city campus. He freaked the orange and blue Bo Jacksons. I'm like, oh, I want them. And you had on Jordan, you had on them, but like I wanted them. And when I was grown and they came back out, I got a chance to get them. He's in the school system now. They go by Rogers. Shout out to John. And Antman C's, man. Carlton on Howard's campus. Carlton C's was a fly. You hear me? Like fly. Like you got you be like, you gotta just get somebody their credit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like this dude, it was what it was. So at the time it was like you said, 22 twos, 295. Used to rock the all black Movado time. It was like, we doing that. This dude coming with the damn Versace shirts like they in the video on with Biggie and them. He coming through with the John Paul Gaultier mirror tinted out Q45 on campus. I'm like, this dude is crazy. You hear me? But he was a cool guy, still cool to this day. Yeah, shout out to C. Yeah.
All right, Jay, your turn to show me off. Go ahead.
It ain't blush, y'all. It ain't blush. But I had a couple. My man E, he should live downstairs from me, and he introduced me to Rough Riders, pretty much. That's back when X was in Baltimore recording those first two albums. But he pulled up in the little Suzuki Sidekick, had the woofers going, parking that bitch on the curb every night. Excuse my language. And then he pulled up in what I got now in the all black Coupe 92 Legend. And when I saw that, I just fell in love with that car. And then my other person I met growing up down at Hammer Jacks and down in Baltimore, I met Pimp Snooki at a very young age. And just being a young one in Baltimore, seeing all that gold, and he got girls that followed him and they couldn't even look up. I said, man, So at one point in life, I thought I was gonna be that, but then they got outlawed. But yeah, man. So yeah, definitely seeing growing up, in those cars and that whole '90s era of cars, and now I got that '92 Legend sitting outside about to get that thing redone and put those gold BBSs on it or something like that.
All right. The other day I showed up for the wrong shift. Like usually on Thursdays my man is off, so I usually take his shift.
Pause.
And my man doesn't work that day. So usually I have to work at the time he works. So I showed up for work and I kind of like started the whole process. And he was like, yo, what you doing here? I'm like, what you mean? I'm in the gas. He's like, no, you 11 to 7. But you can stay though. No, I live 12 minutes from here. I'm about to go get back in my bed. And I got 2 hours of the greatest sleep ever because my wife wasn't in the bed. And those who are married know you love your wife. When you get that bed to yourself, it just hit different.
Yeah.
Good sleep.
Amazing.
All right. Hold on. Why doesn't the NBA draw the lottery balls live? Because they want to put people in situations how they want to do it. I mean, I think they could probably pull it off live though, but
yeah, I don't understand why they don't do it live. It's super.
Didn't they used to?
I don't remember.
Oh no, they would had a what's name there, but they would always had the cards already there. I think.
That shit bullshit.
Yeah, they go behind
Shaq
the
came out there and told the story about David Stern said, you want to play somewhere cold or you want to play somewhere hot, right? And then he told him somewhere hot. Then he mapped it out, and then Orlando was there. 1.8 chance of goddamn getting Cooper Flag after you just traded Luka Doncic. I don't believe it. LeBron James going to Akron. I mean, from Akron going to Cleveland.
Sense, right?
Derrick Rose from Chicago going to the Bulls.
Chicago, yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon playing for Houston Native playing for the Rockets. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe in that much chance. I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling at all.
Jay, sit back up. Mom, you really go dark.
I seen it. Yeah.
I'm not rolling. Fuck out of here. Draw the balls live so we can see it.
No, why I think even if it is rigged, I like the fact that the teams that always what's the term they use to lose on purpose? Tanking don't get that shot. So even though it might be what it is, and we want to see it live, I'd rather that than it be a thing where there's those teams that lose on purpose and don't play their players on purpose. Get that it encourages that to continue happening.
Yeah, perfect. So tanking is one thing. Let's talk about the Washington Wizards.
They would have championships.
Fucking sucked. Like
they need
sucked.
something though. Goodness,
right.
What pick they got? Sucked. They don't even the pick they got. They got like the 7th or 8th pick.
They wasn't even tanking. They just sucked. So they should have a better chance.
All right,
that's all I'm saying.
You put Cooper Flag there. They'll fuck it up anyway.
Yeah, the NBA. I think the NFL absolutely smashes the NBA in like the draft order thing, or whatever. Like controlling that and having the structure the way they do the worst team, even though there's tanking in the NFL too. But like there's something to it where you don't have to live. You living through decades worth of bad product in some of these cities, man. Mm-hmm. It's a shame DC don't got a better product, to put on the name, for example. So like, and because picking an NBA player, it can be dramatically different. You getting whatever 5th, 6th, or 7th pick, we ain't gonna know the dude's name in 2 years potentially.
But
like a lot.
You get a Tyrese Maxey at 21, or you get a Giannis
in the second round. Like.
And know what's crazy? Every couple of years, is an NFL team that should be tanking that'll win a game late and then end up with that pick that just leaves them out of the quarterback.
The
Giants, right? Like
the Patriots,
it's always a team.
Wild. Yeah, it was wild.
There's always a team that do it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Tush Push not banned. I ain't mad. To me, stop it. Like, stop being a hater, Green Bay.
I'm not hating that they didn't ban it. I'm hating that they kind of like how they did the Baltimore with Lamar in the RPO situation. They changed it a little, and because they couldn't stop that. So, but I ain't hating that they banned it.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, like fuck that. Whatever.
Cool.
Ravens in the Super Bowl for sure too.
Cool. You got something?
No.
If we haven't talked in a while, on our first conversation, don't ask me for nothing. That's the conversation, bro.
Oh, you mean like somebody hit you up like, oh, hey, I got a question to ask you. Let me borrow.
If we haven't talked in a while, huh?
You talking about money?
Just in general. Don't ask me for anything. Don't ask me to do you a favor.
Ride, money.
Right, like we haven't talked.
Bro, I got a story. I need a moment.
Go ahead, cool.
I need a moment. My son, shout out to Mike. He got a job now.
Okay, let's go.
Congrats.
He got a job too, yo. He got hired the other day.
Where he got a job at, go to pick him up is a very, fairly public place. Because out there, it's too close to conference. I'll tell you offline.
Yeah.
Long story short, I get out to talk to somebody that before I get him that I see that I love and I greet them and I hear Dr. Mike. It's just somebody, right? Like I won't even give it a name. Just there's a nameless person right here, right now. And then he proceeds just like steal. He demanded like 20 good minutes of my time, and I'm sitting out here uncovered, right? Just in somewhere I just wouldn't normally be. right? And then he just talking a whole bunch of nonsense and mess. And I had to say something at the while, man. Right? So you gotta just be even just leery of where you go and how you move and how it is. And then he stopped another dude and took this. I said, man, let this guy go on about his business. I had to just get out those situations.
That was your dip off. Cool. We start talking to him.
You gonna pass it on to the man. All right,
man. Listen, that's all. That's all. I just had to get it.
RPO right there.
Damn.
Yeah, indeed. RPO.
Yeah, for sure.
Podcaster criticism. How do you think you would take it? Now, I haven't necessarily had podcaster criticism yet, but I have experienced just TikTok criticism. And at first, it was kind of hard for me to, my first thing be, well, dog, what's up, your mom? Like, it'd be ignorant. But now I just kind of see it and I just keep it moving. I had posted a Kobe video, Kobe footwork, whatever, and I'm like, LeBron and Mike could never. And what are you watching? Like, motherfuckers insult you quick, and I just really just be like, at least it's. I take it more like at least I'm getting a little, hopefully something come from that more than me being insulted about what they got to say.
That's how you're supposed to take it. All engagement is good engagement. I don't care what you say. Right? Again, it's not going to change my life, right? Like, if you play video games online, you've been called something other than your God-given name, right? You know what I'm saying? Racism is still alive as long as people in America or anywhere in the world can say whatever they want to say to you when you playing John Madden. So, you know what I'm saying? I respond to every comment that come in here, good, bad, or indifferent. And I say what I say because you don't know me and I don't know you. Like, I'm good. I'm cool.
I love
say what you gotta say. I love it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. It made me who I was growing up, and being a dark skinned, boy growing up in Baltimore, and that's back when light skinned boys were in because they ain't in no more.
Whoa.
But I heard it. I said what I said. But you ain't John B. light skinned, but
you. I'm not even talking about the fact that you talking about light skin. I never said I was light skinned. You talking about something was in.
Okay. and so
you the guy.
It made me who I am. I love it. You can talk about me. You can do all that. You know what I'm saying? And as my brothers say, I've been on Madden for years, even though he ain't played me. So I'm just, just waiting.
You know how long it had to take you to write a comment about you not liking what I had to say and what it does for the algorithm? Like, I appreciate it. You know how many views I get for somebody saying they hate this show?
I don't know.
I mean, do you know how many thousands of people see this when you say you hate it? Keep hating it. Please.
As long as you got something to say.
I gotta save all my energy for the real life G-checking situations that go on, right? Like real life. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so you can't care. You cannot care. Like but you can't care. You don't even know what them people look like on the other end. You know what I'm saying? And if you just kind of imagine the worst, that's probably what some people look like. And so some people's angle is to troll. Their whole thing, they got blue checks and wherever you're supposed to have it and verify things, and they come on and say the exact opposite of whatever situation going on in some of the most viral mentions and posts. Then you realize they playing the long game, and they'll admit it in the same thread sometimes. Let it go 20 deep. Now you responding to the negative part, and they're like, yeah, I just was trolling. Yeah, they like, do better, bro. They say all this, so you can't really say whether it's earnest or not. You know what I mean? And hate or love for the algorithm, like right, is definitely going to be worth it with just kind of the word counting attraction and all that going on. So let them hate. Gotta ignore it.
Another podcast thing. Don't ask to be on my podcast if you've never seen my podcast. Don't do it. Waste all of our time. If you never watched, please don't ask to be a part of it. Oh, let me come on your podcast. You ever seen it? No. Nah, we straight. We got enough.
If they ever seen it, they probably wouldn't have to come on.
What I was saying.
Everybody think they can podcast. Everybody think they can put a mic in front of them. This shit ain't easy.
It's not easy.
Shout out to Flush, the AC Green is a joint. It is very, very difficult, even with the best intentions, to have 100% perfect attendance, man. That's a big, big deal. You do a great job, brother. Shout out to you.
Appreciate you. And I hate the too cool to podcast podcasters. If you too cool, stop fucking podcasting. Nah, man, you know I want to talk. Nigga, get off. Stop. Trying to be too cool, like dog. This is what this shit is.
Yeah.
Stop it, dog.
Yeah, they
All right,
be running
so
Flush crazy, yo.
I
They be running you crazy, bro. Like,
guess I'll be like, yo, dog, like, is
Right,
we doing this or
yeah.
no? Fat Joe said he's responsible for Notorious Thugs. Fat Joe, please.
Yo, Jadakiss sick of fucking him. Like all the stories, yo. Like, yeah, yo, I connected Biggie with Bone Thugs and Harmony. I didn't even have the balls to ask for my own record, but I told them go holler at Big, and I'm the one who gave him the idea for saying it's Bone and Biggie, it's Bone. Like,
I'm about to
Jesus
start saying
Christ,
crazy
yo.
shit. Like, I'm about to start saying just crazy shit. Like,
hey, yo, Joe, you need to be on here. Let's go. We got some questions.
for real, though. I'm about to start just saying crazy shit. I'm just gonna say random crazy shit just out of nowhere and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, everybody know Easy E bought that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Same thing happened with Fat Joe, RG3 Ride Club, Jason Whitlock. You definitely can say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
right. I'm about
by.
to just start writing
Get it
down
more.
crazy weird
Yeah.
shit and just start saying that shit. Like,
You
Let
ready
that
for
clip hit.
You ready for
I
the
told
comment?
Halle Berry showed up titties in the movie that time. I'm the one
Right.
who told her.
Right.
You trying to get the fucking the Emmy or what?
I told him call it Monster
That wasn't
Ball.
even for that too. That's a whole. She didn't even get it for that. That was was Swordfish though.
In
was-
hindsight,
That was Monster Ball.
No,
you
you said
She
what?
got smashed in Monster Ball. She
Right,
had
right, I
know.
By the
Make
pool
me feel
and
good
stuff.
in Monsters Ball.
Make me feel. Yeah, I wrote that.
One puffing that too.
Yeah,
Puff
You
was
said,
a
hold
hustler.
on. You said you wrote that.
yeah. Y'all don't know that?
Hot take.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have we're gonna have a segment called "Just Say Random Shit." It just
You say Puffy told to
It's
take
in the
that,
algorithm.
take
Pick it
that.
up. Yeah.
right. I'm the
He
one told. I'm the one told Pac Big did it.
I'm the one told
I
Puffy
gave-
tell Harry.
I gave him the
Take that.
phone number. We was leaving the studio. I was like, yo, hip hop, yo, they was downstairs.
I'm the one told Pac Big was up here. Like, yo, Big up here. Is Tyrese Halliburton a superstar? Not yet, but he getting
No.
Yeah.
He having a good season, but
there. No,
You-
he having a good
you-
playoff.
you got okay. You having a good season. You have a good. You made it to the playoffs and stuff like that. But you got to do this consistent. This is not just a one season thing to fall off like you.
I don't give a fuck if Tyrese Halliburton win the goddamn NBA championship and Finals MVP. He's not a fucking superstar. I don't give a fuck about Tyrese Halliburton. He's playing Indiana, and I promise you, I swear to God, I'm letting everybody know now. If the NBA Finals is the OKC Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers, they play in Indianapolis. They Indiana. I'm not watching a single fucking game. Miss me with that shit. Tell me about it. I might see the highlights in my algorithm because I do watch sports. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just do
daily.
what Flush.
I'm
Do
not
what
watching
Flush
that
do.
shit.
Do what
Fuck
Flush
outta
do and watch the clips.
Who would you go for? Who would you go for if that's the Pacers in the Kansas City? Right?
I would go for
OKC?
not watching
I'm
it.
going for OKC.
I would go
would
for the
not
Pacers
watch
in
that
that.
shit.
I don't like SGA. I don't like that shit that much.
The way he moves.
I know I come across as a hater on that one. I don't like it. I don't like the flair. It's like he doing like in wrestling. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hey Jay, stop! I watched the game, dog. What the fuck are you talking about?
I
I
didn't
turned
say
that
you
game off
watch
last
that.
night, though.
I said
I
you
turned
don't
that game
watch
off
games.
last night.
I said you watch clips.
I watched.
I don't
one
like
time.
it. I don't like it, and I don't know Halliburton game like that. But it's the big moment is causing me to pay attention. Y'all know, like cool. They got cool up. Yes, I watched it live, and I was surprised myself. But like you got to get out, and then he put the hands to the throat. I got down with that. I seen the Reggie Miller in real life time. That's a little culture. That's a little culture to me. SGA, where he from? Canada or somewhere? Like I'm just saying, the choke throat to the Knicks was some culture stuff. And it had me like, damn, is Antman and Halliburton body? And like this dude so herky jerky. Then the Urkel thing come out where they spliced the Urkel episode, and it looked just like this dude is cooking, looking like a Steve Urkel episode, whatever. Still not a superstar though. And if he did it consistently, that's something different. But
he was aware of the moment though. You gotta show him love. He was aware of the moment though.
Yeah,
he double dribbled on that play. Fuck out of here.
And he stepped back. He took that. He could have took the two. He went back. Well, it was a two eventually.
I was yelling at him that he should have took the two. Like, you know, it was definitely some AAU stuff, but hey, it looked crazy. It
And
looked
it was
crazy.
crazy.
as
The
fuck.
boy,
That was crazy.
Neesmith, the one really brought him back though. He what's name was the icing on the cake more than Neesmith had like what 3 or 4 threes or something in the last.
Yeah, he was cooking.
And him in that 23 jersey, give me Ronald the way he played too. Give me a little bit of Ronald Test vibes a little bit. You know,
They
Ronald
play
Test
tonight, right?
Yeah, 8:00. Yep.
No, it's
It is.
no, yeah, it is the Knicks. No, yeah, it is.
8:00.
My bad, y'all.
Right now.
I got time. Y'all ready to end it? I ain't got nowhere to be.
You ain't got that on the stove today?
No, listen, I'm home alone. Macaulay Culkin, nigga. I ain't doing shit. I'm about to go to my in-laws' crib. Do you think low top sneakers could attribute to so many Achilles injuries?
Chest pass, Dr. Mike.
yeah, that's actually good. I actually do believe there may be something to it. I don't think it's like that equal. It's a lot of different variables. A lot of your professional athletes do wear custom-made orthotics. If you ever see them taking the inserts, and those are inserts molded directly for your feet, and things like that. Gilbert Arenas, infamously, I'm gonna say, talked about a time where he got Michael Jordan stuff from the Wizards and was wearing it like to practice and play in old stuff, Carolina stuff, like it was Jordan. He even wore his shoes, and he wore his shoes with the orthotics in them. I said, this dude is crazy. It'd be like wearing somebody else's eyeglasses that was prescribed to their eyesight, right? You know, but different because you got to jump and run in them, right? But in the end, something happened, and I think it just was a design thing where high tops were basketball shoes. Maybe 3/4 tried to sneak in there, but at some point it felt like Kobe time. Some low tops came into vogue, and then it was, then it was like a free fall where it was like you can't distinguish a low top from high top or basketball shoe from non-basketball shoe based on how high or low it is. Thing. And then the idea that lows become fashionable, but now they play in them like it's nothing. I do think there can be some contributory forces to the ankle and the fact that Achilles, by not having the extra collar that actually is a functional thing. Think of having an ankle brace on versus not. And I'm not saying all high tops were ankle braces, but it's more likely to brace an ankle than a non-high top. We, in effect, know when you twist your ankle, you used to tie the shoes up, tighter, right? Yep. Before it goes. And so there's something to that whole bracing effect, but you got to look at the context of shoes, materials, where it's made, and all of those things. Lonzo Ball and them, the whole big ball and brand, they infamously said, hey, not a good idea, or the way they weren't structured, correctly. So not to spend a whole lot of time on there, but yes, it's probably the short answer. The bigger answer is no matter a shoe, you probably should be doing, if they aren't already, proprioception or balancing things and exercises to strengthen the legs and the muscles that in effect cross that area into the tendons, no matter what. And so Michael, who's sprained his ankles a couple times, has a combination of high and low top, but his proprioception balance exercise where you like shaking and try to stand is a thing. And the last point, Steph Curry is probably the best example of recurrent ankle stress injuries. I think he had a couple surgeries and things like that, and rebuilt his ankles, I think, both conservatively and surgery, if I'm not mistaken, to the point where we don't even talk about that as much or at all. Or his entire, if he stopped tomorrow, his career hasn't been affected adversely the way it threatened it early. Posted. So that's a lot of work and medicine and non-traditional stuff and effort on Curry part and that staff to get him right. But yes, I think the short answer, it can be contributory to some of these injuries.
Whoever did Curry's ankle needs to do Anthony Davis ankles and he can have a better career.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point as far as the what's name thing. Growing up, we always wore high top. I never hooped in low top training.
I wouldn't play a pickup game right now without high tops and an ankle brace.
Yeah,
I don't hoop at all. I'd shoot. Never mind.
I got mid.
I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, you could get called out.
I'm really saying it's so casual, and then y'all ain't gonna grind me up, no, sir.
All right, y'all seen this good night TikTok challenge?
Yeah.
I was hip to it yesterday with my good brother. He called
Look,
me.
the thing I wasn't even gonna record it, but I just called him at like 5, and I was gonna see how he reacted to it, but he sent me the voice.
I would have been the perfect person because I don't know about it, right? Like,
right.
Like you wasn't even supposed to tell me, right? You supposed to just
I told him, he called me back, and I was like, nah, I think I was high too. I was like, nah, bro, I was supposed to see you with the good night joint. Just to see how you reacted, though. It's funny. Have you seen the reactions that people have to
I
it?
haven't seen any.
Oh yeah,
It's hilarious, funny.
I would have been. I would have been that one to, hey, yo, Flush, you good? And
Right,
then,
what's going on?
and then hang up, and then I'll be the one to call back, yo.
What's going on with you? Right. Yeah, it seems like something weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that would freak me the fuck out. Like, yo,
you be like, you kidnapped type.
like, I got hour and a half
trying to read between the lines.
But know what's crazy though?
Hour 15.
It's things that's become normal that we might have looked at crazy before. Not saying that though, but even like us saying I love you, and I can recall like even T when heard me saying that the men like, yo, I've never heard men be like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's a reoccurring thing that we do now so easily. But I remember it being a thing like, yo, or people trying to be like, I hate that. Like, dog, I've just lost enough people at young ages where though, yo, I wish I would have told Brum I love him. I remember Brum used to tell me that. Shout out to my man Brum, James Brumsy, one of my guys. Yo, I love you, Flush. Like, yo, get the fuck out of there with that. Like, I wish I had the fucking like, I love you too, bro. So now I'm not missing. I tell everybody I love them. That's just how I am. But I'm just saying, when you think of that, how bad is a good night? Because end of the day, who can sit back here and say we guarantee to wake up in the morning?
It's important, and it like so you could be like somebody said earlier, I ain't gonna tell no man like good night. For the conversation of it all in general term, that's funny. But like we will say I love you in a heartbeat. I might not call you like good night, and it's not a joke or something really wrong. But like the love part. So quick story, and I'm not going to even say the name. If you probably can read between the lines on whose name this is. I'll tell you offline too. I think I got two things. Long story short, homeboy, I called him up one day. I'm talking to him. We've been, friends for years. I concluded the conversation with a casual, all right, man, love you, boy. And it was like radio silence on the other end. And I was like, all right. And then we hung up. He texted back, long story short, and was like, man, sorry about that. It felt awkward, but I never heard I love you from my people growing up. So I didn't even know how to respond to nothing like that. Right. And we men with families and stuff like that. But I'll leave it there. But I think that's a good point in general terms. So it's a fairly fun challenge. If it's not too weird or whatever, I guess I get it.
All right, we're gonna end with this. Shout out to Around the Horn. They ended that series. I remember when it first came out. And it was definitely interesting, something new that I've never seen before. So not only do I want to shout out Around the Horn, and I want to shout out ESPN from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 6 to whatever time Sports Center went off, because it would be me and Iceberg was talking about this earlier. It would be like NBA Live, whatever the NBA show was, then it'd be NFL Live, and then Around the Horn would come on, and then Partner Interruption, and then Sports Center. And you could just put the remote down for a little minute and just enjoy that. And that used to be a little move at a point in my life. So shout out to them. I don't know what they're gonna put in the place of it, but they had a nice run.
That's a good. I didn't even realize it was gonna be. That's a good point, man. Shout out to them. There was the innovation. I remember just being a consumer of the information at a time and seeing it change. The pre-bubbles, right? So those bubbles didn't always exist, like of what was coming up or the tickers about. Like that was some of the best just innovation. And had you how you can go away, you can take a bathroom break or add it onto a commercial. That slight thing, just
because you knew it was coming up. That's crazy. I never peeped that. Cool, you're right.
Genius stuff. Shout out to Tony Reale. They Will Barn and what's his name? They still going strong. Called him Stat Boy, Stat Baby. Today, I'm just saying we got to say what it is. You ain't make that. Shout out to Tony Reale holding that down, being put in that position. Good point.
Okay, you don't got nothing to say. No slick shit. No, you good?
No.
Iceberg.
Solid as a rock, bro. Drinking water and minding my business.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 182. We out. We love y'all. If y'all ain't peeped the blitz yet, Brothers Talking Entertainment, we outside.
We here.
You know what I mean? If you're not watching Mobland, if you're not watching your friends and neighbors, there's some good TV out here.
Yeah, it is.
I love y'all, man.
Love you, bro.
Hey.
Love y'all.
Good night, man. Good night.
Look, that still got me. I was like, got me. I was supposed
Yeah,
to
see that shit to the group chat. Like, all right, y'all. All right.
say.
I think he was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? We out of here.
Yeah. Peace.